Welcome to Gayatri Yoga, my friends. My name is Christina, and today I will be sharing with you a bedtime yoga routine that will help you to relieve stress from a tiring day at work. You will feel rejuvenated, you will feel relaxed. It's beginner-friendly, open-level class that will make you feel really good and ready for your bedtime. And I'm sure you will sleep like a baby after this class. Before we start the class, make sure to subscribe if you are not subscribed yet, and if you're already a subscriber, make sure to turn on the notifications to never miss the class. We'll begin today's practice from our knees in the tabletop position. Spreading the weight evenly between the left and right palms, left and right knees. Bring your shoulders right over the wrists and knees right under the hips. You can curl and uncurl the toes, finding a neutral spine, activating the core. And now let's do a couple of cats and cows. Inhale, start sending your tailbone up, pulling the navel in, lifting your sternum up, finding your back bend. And exhale slowly, keep pulling the navel in, start tucking the tailbone under, slightly activating the glutes, rounding your upper back, tucking the chin in towards the chest, reaching the crown of the head to the floor. Press the floor away from you. Inhale, arch. And exhale, round. Inhale, arch. And exhale, round. Inhale, arch. And exhale, round. Inhale, return to neutral. And now let's do a couple of big circles with the hips. Letting go any tension in our hips. Warming up our lower back. And then changing the direction. And then returning to neutral. Now lift your right knee out to the side, keeping your core engaged, and lower the knee down to touch the left knee. Inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down, and let's do the opposite side. Inhale, lift your left knee up to the side, and exhale down. Breathing, inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, and exhale down. Now open your knees wide, send the hips back, trying to lower the hips on top of the heels. If you're not able to touch the heels, that's fine. Maybe you can roll a little towel if you feel some pressure on the knees. Lowering your forehead all the way down to the floor. If you wish, you can move the hips here from side to side. Observe the sensations in your lower back. Letting go any tension in your shoulders, your neck. Inhaling and exhaling any tension, anything that doesn't serve you. Letting the unnecessary thoughts drift away like the clouds in the sky. Inhale slowly, move your palms all the way to the left as far as you can, stretching the right side of the torso. And then through the center, all the way to the right. Inhale and exhale, slowly returning back to center. Now bring your knees back towards one another. Lift the hips up, and now send your palms to grab your heels or the feet. With your hips lifted, bring the crown of the head to the floor. And now reach your upper back to the front of the room. Keep holding onto the feet and feel your arms extending. And observe the space between your shoulder blades stretching, letting go any tension in your upper back. Be careful with the neck. Don't bring too much weight towards the head. Just send your shoulders forward, but keep holding onto the feet, onto the heels. Try to roll your biceps in towards one another and observe if you get a little deeper stretch in your upper back. Inhale and exhale, gently lower the hips down, extend your arms to the front and release the head, bring your forehead to the floor. Relaxing your jaw and your face muscles. Inhale, lift the torso up, pressing the palms into the mat. And now lift the feet off the mat and just do a couple of circles with your feet, your ankles, letting go any tension. You can point and flex after a tiring day at work maybe, or walking a lot. And now curl the toes. Keep pressing the palms into the mat, and now lift the knees and send the chest towards the thighs, extending the arms. Move the hips here from side to side. Rotating the chest to the left and to the right, just making the moves that make you feel really, really good. You can maybe extend one leg and twist the hips, and then switch sides, and then eventually extending both legs, reaching your tailbone up. You can walk your downward dog here, bending your knees one at a time. Observing how your legs are feeling today. Now, curl the toes and bring the weight of the leg on top of the toes. Extending your legs as much as you can and sinking your chest towards the thighs, reaching your armpits to the floor. Lifting the kneecaps up, sending the tailbone up and stretching the tops of the feet. Now you can bend the knees and reach them as close to the floor as you can. Reach the chest towards the thighs, and now extend. Observe the sensations. You can exhale with your mouth, letting go any tension from your body. Inhale, bend the knees, and exhale, extend. And slowly uncurl the toes. Again, you can walk your dog here, letting go any tension from the toes, from the feet. And now slowly walk your feet forward towards the palms. Your feet are shoulder width apart. Just bend the knees and hang here for a moment, letting your arms be heavy. Just lay them down on the floor. Observing the sensations from the gravity pulling your head and your shoulders down towards the earth. Again, if you wish, you can grab opposite elbows and just swing your torso from side to side. Observing. You can play here with bending one leg and then the other. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale, let go of the hold on your elbows, keeping your knees bent, keeping your core engaged. Slowly start stacking your vertebrae one on top of the other. Transition into a standing position. Very, very slowly, your shoulders are staking over the hips. And then your head is taking over the shoulders, keeping your eyes closed. And I'm bringing your right ear towards the right shoulder. And I'll start tucking the chin in towards the chest, making a circle with your head. Bringing your left ear towards the left shoulder. And then making a couple of more half circles. Carefully letting go any tension in your neck, in your shoulders. And then you can make a full circle, just making sure you're not compressing the back of your neck. Changing the direction. And then return into neutral. Taking a moment to observe how you're feeling. If there are any areas in your body that need special attention. Observing how your mind is slowing down. Observing each and every inhale and exhale. Keeping your feet together. Bend the knees and inhale, sweep your arms up towards the ceiling and see if you can grab opposite elbows, bending the elbows. And now lift your sternum up and send your arms back as much as you can behind your ears. Lifting the sternum up and keeping your knees bent. Just stretch the front of the torso. If you have been working at the computer all day long, at the office, you probably have been rounding your back a lot. And we want to do the opposite. Inhale. And now exhale, keeping your core engaged and knees bent. Slowly start sending your arms and your head forward, rounding your back, tucking the chin, and reaching your elbows to the front of the room. Just keep the knees bent. And maybe you can extend your arms and reach them to the front. Maybe you can interlace the fingers and reach the palms to the front. Just take the duration that makes you feel the most sensations in a comfortable way. And then slowly start lifting your arms up, or if you're holding on to the elbows up, lifting your sternum up, sending your arms, your shoulders behind the ears. You can keep your eyes closed, just observing and focusing on the sensations. And exhale, slowly rounding and reaching your palms to the front. Inhale, slowly returning to neutral. Again, you can do a couple of more circular moves with your head. Now open your feet a little wider, about shoulder width apart. Interlace the fingers, lifting your arms up. And now from here, just again bend the knees and reach your arms to the left, stretching the right side of the torso. Inhale and exhale, reach to the left, and now slowly start making a circle with your torso, reaching your palms to the front, keeping your back rounded, and just observe the sensations as you reach the palms forward, especially when you rotate the torso from the front towards the side. It feels really, really nice on the side of the body. Inhale and then exhale. Just do a couple of moves at your own pace. So just observe the sensations here on the side of the body. Inhale and exhale slowly to the right and then to the left. And then returning to the front, lifting your chest up, keeping your knees bent, and just bring the palms towards the hips. And just do a couple of circular moves with the hips, warming up your hip joints. And then changing the direction. So just go as deep, as wide as you can into your circle. Sending the hips to the right, back, left, and forward. And then changing the direction. And then slowly returning to neutral. Step into the front of the mat. Open your legs a little wider than mat width apart, and open your toes out as much as you can. Keeping your palms together towards the heart center, finding your balance, and slowly start opening your knees out to the side. Bring your thighs parallel to the mat. And then slowly start sinking your hips all the way down, bringing the palms to the floor. If you need to adjust the feet to go all the way to Malasana, please do so. Keeping your palms together, your chest lifted, shoulders reaching down and back. You can gently rock from side to side. Breathing and exhaling any tension, anything that doesn't serve you. Now lower the palms to the floor and extend your right leg out to the side. And rotate the toes up towards the ceiling. Sinking your hips as low as you can, and maybe you can wrap your left arm around the left knee, lifting the sternum up, widening the collarbones, and send your right arm up, back, bend the elbow to reach the palm towards the low back, and maybe you can interlace the palms or using the belt. Breathe and observe the sensations. Again, feeling a nice stretch in your neck, your shoulder. Inhale and exhale. Let go of the hold on the palm and sink your hips. You're growing all the way down. If you need to readjust the position of the left foot, please do so. Just make sure you're not collapsing your knee in. Just use your inner thigh to reach it up towards the ceiling and see if you can lower your belly, your chest over your right thigh. Breathe, observe the sensations. Inhale, lift the torso halfway up, and from here walk your elbows to the front, like to the front of your face. Now lift the hips and slowly rotate the torso to frame your left leg, left foot. Press the right palm into the mat and rotate the chest to the left, extending your left arm up, observing the sensations. Inhale and exhale, slowly lower your left palm down to the floor. Bring the palm to the inner side of the left foot. Walk your left foot slightly to the left side of the mat and find in your lizard. You can have your arms extended. You can lower down to your elbows, or if you wish, you can do it with me by walking the palms as far to the front as you can and sinking your hips as low as you can, sinking your chest as low as you can. Breathe. Maybe you can bring your forehead down to the floor. Inhale, lift your chest up. Return your palms towards the area under the shoulders. Pressing your left palm into the mat next to the inner sole of the foot. Drop your right heel down 45 degrees and now open the chest to the right. Reach your right arm up and then send it to the front of the room. Finding your extended side angle stretch. Breathe, observe the sensations. Breathe. Activate the core, press through the front foot, slowly rising up to your warrior two. Inhale, flipping your front palm up, and exhale, reverse the warrior. Inhale. Inhale and exhale, slowly return into warrior two. Extending your front leg. Send the hips to the left, circle them to the left and then to the back. Reach the torso forward and exhale, start lowering your left fingertips down towards the floor or the shin, stacking the shoulders, reaching your right palm up, finding your triangle. Inhale and exhale, slowly circle your right arm down towards the floor, framing your front foot, and just rotate the chest to position over your left thigh, squaring the hips. If you can, keep your right heel on the mat. If you need to, you can lift the heel and lower the chest over the left thigh. Just hang here, observe the sensations, relax, sink into the stretch. Inhale, lift the chest halfway up. Now bend the front knee and slowly walk your left foot to the right side of the mat and just help yourself carefully to lower the hips down. And now cross your legs, bring your right foot on top of the left, finding your half lotus. If this is unavailable for you today, you can do your easy pose. Inhale and exhale, slowly walk the palms to the front, finding yourself in your forward fold, observing the sensations in your hips. Letting go any tension in your lower back, your middle back, your shoulders. When you're ready, inhale, slowly start lifting the torso up. Grabbing your left leg and see if you can hug your lower leg. Bring the foot to the crease of your elbow and just hug the shin and maybe rock from side to side. And if you're not able to hook the foot, that's completely fine. Just hold on to the foot and rock your leg. Just make sure you feel some stretch in your hip. And now gently release, and we'll go backwards to do the second side. So right now we're just crossing, changing the cross of our legs, grabbing the opposite shin and giving it a little hug, stretching the outer left hip, breathing, observing the sensations. And from here, letting go the hold and bring the foot on top of your right thigh, finding your half lotus or taking your easy pose variation and folding out slowly. You can walk the palms as far forward as you can. If you're not able to go all the way down, that's completely fine. And if you want to relax even more, you can bring a couple of pillows or bolster right under the chest and just sink into the pillows and breathe here. When you're ready, inhale, slowly start lifting the torso up, releasing your left ankle, letting go any tension in the ankle. And now step your right foot to the front of the mat, just transition into your lunge. Frame your front foot, extending your both legs in your lunge and sinking your chest over your right thigh. Just sink and observe the sensations at the back of your right leg. Inhale and exhale any tension. Finding a heel-to-heel alignment with your feet, squaring the hips, sending your right hip back, left hip forward. And then slowly preparing to transition to your triangle. Inhale, lifting the chest halfway up. And start rotating the chest to the left side. You can bring your palm on top of the shin on the block, or maybe touching the fingertips to the floor. Opening the chest, taking your shoulders, widening the collarbones, and reaching your left fingertips up towards the ceiling. Breathe and observe the sensations. And from here, inhale and exhale, slowly rotate the gaze towards the floor. Press through the front foot, activate the core, slowly rise up. And now bend the front knee, finding your warrior two, realigning the position of the feet if you need to. Extending your arms, gazing to the front. Inhale, flip your front palm up, and exhale, reverse the warrior. Inhale, slowly returning back to warrior two. Now bringing your right palm to the inner side of the right foot and reaching your left palm up towards the ceiling and then to the front, keeping your shoulders stacked. Pressing your right shoulder into the knee, knee into the shoulder, observing the sensations. Inhale and exhale, just slowly lower your left palm down to the floor. You can lift your back heel up and walk your right foot to the right side of the mat, finding your lizard. You can have your arms extended. If you wish, you can drop your back knee down and then find the position for the arms. You can walk the palms as far to the front as you can, sinking your chest as low as you can, maybe placing your forehead down to the floor, sending your left heel to the back of the room. Keeping your core engaged. And then when you're ready, slowly lift your head and chest up, walking the palms back. And from here, walking your right foot to the left side. And now slowly sinking your hips all the way down and rotating your left toes up towards the ceiling. And maybe this is enough for you. You just stay here. If you wish, rotate the chest towards the left thigh and fold all the way down. Working really hard not to collapse the knee inward. Inhale and exhale, lower down. And maybe it's just a little bit. Maybe you're not able to go too far. That's completely fine. We are not forcing anything. We are not trying to work really hard. We want to tune in and just connect to each and every cell and muscle of our body. Acknowledging any differences between the left and right side without judging. And then when you're ready, inhale and slowly lifting the torso up. And if you wish, if you need to, you can lift the hips off the mat and try to wrap your arms around the knee. If you're not able to do it, maybe you can have just the palm on the mat. Press your shoulder into the knee, knee into the shoulder, and just open the chest. Take in the duration that works for you today. Inhale and exhale, gently release. Bringing the palms to the floor, lifting the hips up. Finding yourself in your standing forward fold, grabbing your big toes with your index and middle fingers. Inhale and exhale, open your elbows out to the side and reach your chest between the thighs. Straightening the legs, lifting the kneecaps up, activating the quadriceps. Slightly moving your toes, the big toes, in towards one another, rotating your feet inward. And if your head is getting stuck in between the legs, then you can bring your feet closer. Breathe. Observing the blood rushing down towards the head. Relaxing your face muscles, your jaw, your lips, your eyelids. You can let go of the hold on the toes and just let your forearms hang here on the mat. Inhale, lift the chest halfway up, straightening the arms, and now slowly start walking your feet in towards one another, sinking your hips all the way down, lowering the hips down, bringing your feet together, close to the groin, and opening your knees out to the side, finding your Baddha Konasana. You can pulse your legs here, your knees reaching towards the floor. And now bring your feet slightly forward, making a diamond shape with your legs, threading your arms under the calf muscles, holding onto the feet or the ankles, and reaching your forehead down to the floor. Again, we're not trying to force anything, you don't have to pull. You can even bring the block on the mat and bring your forehead on top of the block and just relax here. If your head can go all the way down, that's great. If not, that's also great. Letting your knees be heavy and observing the sensations on the outside of your thighs, your IT band. When you're ready, inhale, slowly lift your head up. Gently let go of the hold on the feet. Bring your knees together and then slowly start rolling your spine down one vertebra by vertebra at a time, activating the core, reaching your palms forward. Bringing your shoulders and head down to the mat. Squeezing your knees in towards the chest, and you can rock gently from side to side. Grabbing the big toes with your index and middle fingers, finding your happy baby pose. Reaching your knees to the floor next to your armpits. If you wish, you can try to hold onto the soles of the feet. And you can try to bring your right knee to the floor and then the left knee. Just rocking from side to side. And then reach both knees down. And if you wish, you can try to extend both legs and reach the toes. Reach the toes to the floor. And then inhale and exhale, gently release, bending your knees. Now bring your feet, the soles of the feet together. Hold onto the feet with your knees open out to the side. And now slowly reach your feet towards the sternum. You may not be able to move too far, that's completely fine. Just observe where you feel the stretch, where you feel the sensations. With your knees maybe touching the floor. And maybe again rocking one side and then the other. Inhale and exhale, gently release the hold on the feet. Extending your legs up towards the ceiling. And bring the hips towards the wall with your legs up against the wall. Breathe, observing the sensations. Now bend your right knee and bring your right ankle on top of your left thigh. Keeping your palms on the mat, slowly start bending your left knee and sliding your left heel down to the floor, but don't move it away from the wall. And you should start feeling a nice glute and outer hip stretch on the right side, and I really love it. The lower the left heel is sliding towards the floor, the more you will feel on the right hip. Breathe and observe the sensations. Exhale with your mouth if you wish. Trying to keep your lower back on the mat. Sending your right knee away from you. Inhale and exhale, gently extend your left leg. Release your right leg. And now switch sides. Bring your left ankle on top of your right thigh. Start sliding your right foot down and down towards the floor. And the lower the foot is, the more you will feel the stretch on the left thigh. Just make sure you keep working on sending your left knee away from you and not peeling your lower back and your sacrum of the mat. Breathe and observe the sensations. Trying to keep the left ankle flexed, the left foot flexed. You can exhale with your mouth if you wish. Inhale and exhale, slowly start extending your right leg back up. And now slowly start sliding your feet down, opening your knees out to the side. Finding you're supported by the Konasana. Letting your knees be heavy. If you wish, you can bring the blocks right under the knees, right under the thighs, in order to relax and sink into the stretch. Now slowly extend your both legs up and slide your legs out to the side, away from one another, finding your supported split. Trying to keep your groin as close to the wall as you can, and staying here. And just observe the gravity do the job, observe the stretch in your inner thigh, in your groin, maybe your hamstring. Maybe you can help yourself a little bit to slide the feet, the legs even closer to the floor. Inhale and exhale, slowly start sliding your legs up. You can slightly bend the knees and move your feet back up and squeeze the knees in towards the chest. And then slowly roll to your right side. From your right side, keeping your knees on the mat, just rotate the chest up towards the ceiling, trying to place your left shoulder on the mat and observe the sensations in your middle back. Gaze to the left side. Inhale. Slowly return to your fetal position. From here, roll to your belly. Bring your one forearm on top of the other. Bring your forehead on top of the forearm. And with your legs extended, you can open your toes out to the side. And breathe here. Sinking your pelvis, your belly into the mat, relaxing your lower back and your hips. Inhale and exhale. Now slowly roll to the left side for your fetal position with your knees bent. And from here, rotate the chest up towards the ceiling, bringing your right shoulder down to the floor. Engage into the right side. Breathe, observe the sensations. Trying to sink your upper back into the mat. And from here, slowly return to your fetal position on the left side. And then slowly roll to your backs, extending your legs. And preparing for your Shavasana, extending your arms, palms facing up, feet are met width apart. Aligning your forehead with your chin. Sinking your shoulders into the mat. Scanning your body to make sure each and every cell of your body is completely relaxed. Each and every muscle, your joint, your bone, your organs. Relaxing your toes and ankles. Relaxing your feet. Your shins, your calf muscles. Relaxing your knees. Relaxing your thighs. Your hips, your glutes, your pelvis. Relaxing your lower back and your belly. Your ribs and your chest. Melting your shoulders, your arms, your fingers into the mat. Relaxing your head. your face muscles, your lips, your eyelids. Relaxing your tongue. Relaxing your skin. Observing the support of the earth in your back body. Observing the air touching the skin. You can stay in Shavasana for as long as you wish. If you're ready to finish the practice with me, you can slowly start waking up your body, moving your fingers, your toes, stretching your arms overhead. Bring your knees in towards the chest. Roll into your right side. And then slowly building your way up to a comfortable seated position. Keeping your eyes closed, staying connected to your practice. Bringing your palms towards the heart center and taking a moment to observe how you feel after the practice. If you're more tuned in to what's going on in your heart, in your mind, in your body. Thank you guys for joining me for this beautiful practice. I hope you feel great, more tuned in, more relaxed, ready to go to sleep. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, turn on the notifications, share with your friends, leave me a comment how you feel after the class. Support me on Patreon. There are many classes that are not available on YouTube and are available to my supporters. Until we train again, Namaste.